the gurus and my fellow teachers. Blessing to the students. Welcome to the first episode of Free Advice. My name is Anup Vashist. I have been instructing students to clear the exam for past 22 years. In my teaching career, I have been able to understand some very innovative methods that the students use before and during the exams to fail it. Yes, you heard it right. Students actually put a lot of effort to fail in exam. In this article, I have tried to accumulate these methods. To succeed in exam, you have to follow many instructions. If you fail to follow even one, there is a chance that you may fail. Just the opposite of it. If you follow even one of these instructions that I am going to discuss in this article, and mind it, these instructions are to be followed on the day of exam, you will surely fail without fail. Some of these methods are extremely easy and very obvious, but carry the risk that your parents would blame you for not putting enough efforts in clearing the exam. While others require efforts but are safe in the sense that instead of you, everything else would be blamed, like examiner, government, teachers, institute, and of course, destiny. So, to start with it, first and the foremost, just do not fill the examination form. You can always say that you are not interested in this career. The field is not meant for you. You can even brag later that you did not appear for exam, else you would have surely topped it. And nobody will be in any position to refute your claim. The second could be, okay, some reason you had to fill up the form. Simply do not go to take the exam. You can conveniently forget the examination date. But there is a possibility that somehow in your family members remember the date, or one of your very caring friend might show up in the morning to ask you a question or tell you about a very important concept. In this way, ending up reminding you as well as the entire family of the examination. Another way is to move out of the house but not reach the examination center. You can go to a movie instead. Third, what you can do? If it becomes a must that you have to reach the examination hall and take the exam, you can still manage to fail. Simply leave the paper blank. Obviously, you cannot expect the examiner, which in this case of objective examination is a computer, to give you passing marks for neatness. So you will fail miserably without a doubt. If it goes beyond your conscience to leave the paper blank, simply mark all answers. And with that, I mean simply fill all the bubbles in the OMR sheet. This way, you will get a perfect 0, or if the examination has negative marking, a perfect negative score. Now, if these seem to be too deliberate an effort to fail, you can actually leave everything to fate. Just toss a coin twice. You have 4 unique possibilities, and guess what? In most of the objective examinations, there are exactly 4 options for each question. Problem solved. If the destiny does not want you to clear the exam, how can you clear the exam? You will surely fail whatever you do, even if you have done the hard work, still you are going to fail. So destiny does not want you to pass, you are going to fail. In the absence of a coin, you can even use akkad bakkad bamdebo, or eeny meeny miny mo, or in pin safety bin, or any random method which can pick a number to mark the answer. Now these were some very direct and deliberate method of failing the exam. These are meant only for the most determined and strong to heart student who want to fail. The ones afraid to take the direct blame of failing. But there are some equally effective yet the indirect methods of failing. These methods are employed when students do not want to take a direct blame. In fact, if any of these methods is used, the student does not even realize why he failed. He keeps believing that there is some slight error and will surely clear the exam the next time. This encourages the student to try again till he succeeds. Now, what are these methods? First one, be at the height of overconfidence. Consider yourself the incarnation of Dashanand Lankesh Ravana, having intelligence of 10 human beings. Believe that you do not have to even read the question to answer it. Just see the question. Scream to yourself, I know the answer. Or better, imagine that you just solved the question from the book just in the morning. So no need to solve again. Curse the paper setter or insulting your intelligence by setting such an easy question and mark the most obvious and obviously the wrong answer. Then while discussing the paper with your friends, it will be all ooh, ah, ouch. Fine. Problem solved. Second, you can search for the most difficult question which you obviously do not know how to answer. Consider it the question of your ego and spend entire time solving it with all possible and impossible means. Leave all easy questions as they are not worthy of your time and spend the entire time on a few difficult questions. Then you can curse the system for setting up a very difficult paper which even you could not attempt in time. Third, you can solve the question and mark the answer only in the question paper. Revise the paper and avoid marking in the answer sheet, keeping it for last 5 minutes. Of course, marking in the answer sheet before the last 5 minutes is highly unethical and wrong for you. If you mark early, all the gods will be angry with you. Now, while marking in the last few minutes, you obviously are under time constraint, and so it is absolutely acceptable that you can conveniently miss one question while marking. In this way, the entire remaining sequence will be mismatched. Now, you will surely fail even if you know enough to get good rank. Now, we are going to have the ways for the truly weak of the heart. The people who are very much afraid. Be at the rock bottom of confidence, the height of underconfidence. Consider the people sitting around you perfect geniuses and try to copy down the answers they are marking. Even if you know that each has a different set. Have faith in everyone except yourself to have the right answer. Fine. Well done. Next, you can get nervous. Obviously, it is easier under the given circumstances. IIT is a tough paper. And considering you are weak of heart, panic. As you could not answer the first question. Go strictly in sequence. Do not even bother to find even a single easy question in the paper, even if they stare in your face. Once you are not able to solve the first 5 questions, simply give up. Put your head down and go to sleep. Alternatively, you can even count the benches, fans, bulbs, etc. in the room and see what other students are doing. You can even practice gloomy, sad and dejected faces for the benefit of your parents so they pity you and are prepared for the worst result beforehand. Now, these were the methods which would destroy your career absolutely. As a bonus, I would tell you 2 minor methods, which although might not ensure your failure in exam, can still ensure that you get bad enough marks to forget getting a good branch in a good college. Enough to seriously dent your career. Now these are, first one, just do not bother to read the instruction on the first page or even before each question. In this way, you will be perfectly justified to consider the single correct question as multi-correct and multi-correct question as single correct. This will even be able to confuse you as to why you are getting two answers when you think there should be only one answer, and vice versa. In this way, you can mark all answers confidently, taking chances, as you did not know there was a hefty negative penalty for each wrong answer. Last but not the least, you can have a bet with yourself. And if you are idiot enough with your friends and family members that you are going to get absolute marks, 100% marks, then you will have to struggle with each question to get all answers. In this way, you will be under immense pressure to solve each and every question, and even if you do not know how to do it, you will be nervous and you will forget even the answers you know. So, absolutely no chance of clearing the exam. So, this was the first episode of Free Advice. As you can see, following any one of these methods will be surely enough to destroy your career, whether you want it or not. On the other hand, if you want to really shape your career, you have to be very careful to avoid each of them. Rest is your will and wish. Thanks for watching and listening to me. Please share with all who you think need this free advice. For the new episode of Free Advice, that is the ways to harm yourself, subscribe to the channel. Thank you.